Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the Retroid Pocket. I feel like a kid on Christmas right now. I've been waiting for this thing for basically 2 weeks. Pretty much exactly 2 weeks actually. I was pretty impressed with how quickly this thing came in the mail. But let's open it up and then I'll discuss the specs and hopefully get it running and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I finally got it open. Keeping in mind that the order I made was with the Retroid Pocket handheld open Android system custom case plus other items like with an actual carrying case, and it's not the dual boot. There are two different versions. There's a dual boot, and then there's the one you buy on their website, which is the Retroid Open Android. So this is the carrying case they give you. I mean, like, it looks like it'll do the job. I don't really care too much, and I mean, like, it's got this, and you can put the charger cable right here. So, and it's even got the Retroid logo on it, so I guess it's not just like a third-party thing. So here is your HDMI cable. Yeah, I was actually surprised to find out this console literally can hook up to a TV and you can play it on the TV. Oh, and then here's the SD card reader. So yeah, I kind of forked over a couple extra dollars, and by that I mean about $30, $45 extra, I believe, American, in order to get all this stuff. So we've also got this here, and now the bread and butter, the actual Retroid Pocket. Now, I mean, this, like, the packaging isn't really too great, but, like, what are you gonna do? Now, let's open up this bad boy and take a look at what it has to offer. One thing to note, the one fallback for this console is the fact that it takes a while to charge, and that's a common complaint with this console. But honestly, I'm not too worried about it, and oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right out of the package, I am impressed. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this tempered glass, because I want the screen to stay as clean as possible for as long as possible. Okay, there we go. The tempered glass is installed, and it honestly looks perfect. Like, I don't really see any issues. I don't see any smudges, bubbles, anything. I wonder if this thing comes out of the box with power. I'd be surprised if it did. Oh! Wow, okay. It does. So it does come directly out of the box with some power to it. I'm surprised. So this is what it looks like straight out the box. Pretty interesting. Very clear screen, I gotta say. I'm surprised. I mean, I knew through watching reviews that obviously it's a very good looking screen. I just didn't realize quite how good looking it is. What emulators are on this at the very beginning? They got the Adoroid, the Classic Boy, the GB Coid, which looks like it's for like Game Boy Color and stuff. They have the Gensoid, which looks like it's for the Genesis. The Mu Pen 64 Plus FZ, like that's for the Nintendo 64. The Retro Arc for the GBA. Quite a few other ones too. Straight out of the box. So you've even got something for Dreamcast by the looks of it. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting to start. So enough about how the console looks. What about its specs? So this Retroid Pocket here is rocking a 3.5-inch IPS display. It's got a quadra-core CPU known as the Cortex A7 Max. CPU frequency of 1.5 gigahertz. A display of 640 by 480 at 60 FPS. It has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0, no touchscreen support, that's keeping that in mind. It's got a GPU frequency of 500 megahertz and a battery power, like I said, of 4,000 milliamp hours. So it's a pretty powerful console. Okay, so I just plugged in my SD card. I've loaded some ROMs onto certain files, so they've already got it all pre-configured. So I loaded, for example, I've got Silver and Platinum loaded onto my DS ROM section. For the GBA, I've got Fire Red and Emerald. So those are all easily just placed within your file directories, pre-configured once you plug it in through the converter, the micro SD card to USB reader on your computer, as the console does not come loaded with RAM, so this is very helpful. Alright, so we now have the Retroid Pocket loaded up on its Android OS with the ROMs installed, and I also installed the emulators onto it. Those are a purchase, so they did cost money, but honestly they are quite worth it if you know you're willing to fork over the little extra. So let's open them up. So it's within the directory. It already shows the GBA files as well, which is great. Really happy about that. And boom, the game boots right up. Hopefully you guys can tell how just clean and like clear this screen is too. It's a really beautiful display. This console really is a piece of art. Now I'll show you the actual ports and buttons, since I realized I didn't really go into that before. So here we've actually got the charger port right over here, the SD card slot, the headphone jack, and this is what's used for outputting the HDMI to the screen. Then we've also got these awesome buttons. You've got the A, B, C, D, X, and Y. You've got a joystick, of course. This is the exact same type of joystick you'd see in Nintendo Switch. You've got the D-pad as well, volume buttons on the side, and power button on the side. So yeah, that's the external case and buttons of the Retroid Pocket. One thing that's pretty dope too is that the USB port here, if you buy the bigger package, they give you a converter, and you can plug in any USB enabled item or even a USB with ROMs on it, so your console can read them. Now I'm plugging in my G Pro wireless mouse in order to actually be able to use my mouse on this, and if you don't believe me, look at that. It's, I mean, it's really interesting, all the stuff you can plug in here, and because it has Bluetooth enabled as well, you can hook up controllers that have Bluetooth capabilities, such as PS4 controllers. So there's really a lot of things you can do with this device. Yeah, this is the device, and honestly, I'm very happy with it. I'll be leaving a link in the description to the official website for the single boot version of this, because there are two versions. There's the dual boot and the single boot. The dual boot is on AliExpress, and the single boot is on the Retroid's actual official website. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want some tutorials and stuff or information on how to get this bad boy working, there's a lot online. So what I'd recommend is Taki Udon. He helped me fix some issues that I was having on my handheld, just with setting up apps and configuring them and all that. But yeah, thanks guys for watching the video. If you do want to purchase this, link will be in the description below. Let me know what you guys think. Are you going to buy the Retroid Pocket? Are you not? And yeah, be sure to check out Taki Udon. See you guys later.